here we are. First episode of Fantasy Football Tonight. It'll be very similar to our radio show, same cast. I have producer Josh Fellman to my left.
Feeling good in the hood tonight.
And main man / roommate Tony DeRo to my right.
Representing.
These are the three men that make up the fantasy football trifecta of geniuses. Well, let's not go that far. We feel we have some...
We wouldn't lump Josh in with geniuses, just me and Cal.
We have some valued opinions. We have some valued opinions to bring to everyone here. So just to try and prove our point, we'll give you a little background, just real fast. Josh, you first. What do you bring to the table?
4 years in fantasy, 3 years in a row in the playoffs. I'd like to also say that I took Anita's team that was 1-5, took him from the bottom of the barrel to the top of the rock, bitch.
That is a turnaround. That is a turnaround. Tony, how about you?
I've been in the league 3 years, and I've won the league championship once.
There you go. 1 out of 3 is not bad in baseball. That is all-star numbers. Take a quick break. We'll be back. Glad to have you with us. And we are back. Once again, thanks for joining us. Fantasy Football Tonight. We got a few league news items here just to run through real fast. First of all, as you all know, Joey Dresch, about a week ago today, guaranteed he would trounce Sam Beckman. If he didn't, he would eat a hat. Yes, the hat you wear on your head. He did not trounce Sam Beckman. He was actually beat rather badly. The redheaded stepchild.
Although, Cal, I must say that Beckman did guarantee that he could beat Joey with just his kicker earlier in the season.
That's true. That's true.
Personally, I think this proves what a dominant force Brian Westbrook can bring to a team.
He is a very hit or miss, but when he hits, it's out of the park.
It's like a Ryan Howard homer.
It's more like injured or not.
Hasn't even landed yet.
It's more like injured or not instead of hit and miss.
So, to summarize, we agree that Brian Westbrook is a top-tier fantasy player when healthy. But more importantly, the Sam Beckman and Joey Dresch feud is squashed. Be it only temporarily, who knows?
Props to Beck for not making Joey keep his name like that all week.
No, most def. The feud is squashed. Moving on to the big matchup of the week. Joey Dresch once again making front page. Joey Dresch squares off against Josh Fellman in a huge matchup of 5-3 teams. Who takes this one? Josh, we'll let you lead off.
I'm not going to say who takes it. Personally, I mean, I had made 7 trades this year. Uber aggressive GM, I know. Will it pay off in the long run? I'm not sure. I just need Steven Jackson to step up and that little bruise he has on his thigh and just actually play the game of football.
This is the first game between these two teams who...
You know what, guys? I personally am not confident in a manager that used Uber in any sort of way or form. So I'll go with Joey Dresch.
There is the picks.
Tony, do you know what Uber means?
That's all the time we have for now for this subject. Take a quick break. We'll be right back.
17-year-old girl. That's
right after this with our sit-ems and... All right, here we are. The music tells you it's game time. Most important segment of the show.
CBS football is just starting.
Sit 'em or start 'em, folks. You got to excuse Tony right now. He looks like a complete buffoon. Or maybe it's just Halloween. I think it's just Halloween.
I hope it's freaking Halloween.
Let me describe for you quick. He has skin tight, and when I say skin tight, I don't mean kind of uncomfortable jeans. These are skin tight gold pants, straight out of the Prince playbook. A Chad Greenway jersey, I believe it belonged to Joey Dresch.
You got my sweatshirt, you fucker.
And one of those beer drinking helmets. This is his Halloween costume. He feels he must model it. We'll try and fit it into our screenshot here, but anyways, moving on. Our sit-ems and our start-ems, where my two genius colleagues here give you their take on who to sit, who to start this upcoming week in fantasy. We'll start with Josh, and Josh at the quarterback position. Who do you got?
I got this week Cutler versus Soft. Miami secondary. They're always shifting guys in and out of there, so God knows who's going to be starting at corner. So Cutler, always a go. He's been a little off, but I see him bouncing back.
I would agree.
Obviously, Warner against St. Louis. St. Louis, roller coaster ride. 2 wins in a row under Haslett, then a loss, but still shaky. Atogwe's been solid, but that's it. Schaub versus Minnesota. We all know Minnesota's secondary sucks. We get Medale Williams back, but that's besides the point.
They speak for themselves.
Yeah. And Kyle Orton, the surpriser this week, or this year, going against Detroit. Detroit 0-7, put 2 and 2 together. My sleeper, David Garrard, hasn't been outstanding, plays Cincinnati.
Tony, any quarterbacks?
Let's go with Drew Brees. Actually, he's probably been the best quarterback ever this season, so we'll go with Drew Brees.
Wow, Tony steps out on a limb with Drew Brees. Fellman to the running back position.
I'm going to run through them quick. Matt Forte against Detroit. Again, self-explanatory.
That's shitty.
I like Brandon Jacobs against Dallas. Dallas has been shaky. Had a good week last week, but still shaky. Turner against Oakland. Ronnie Brown against Denver. Ernest Graham bounces back against Kansas City. My sleeper, Tim Hightower. 2 or 3 touchdowns against St. Louis on the goal line.
Tony, running backs.
We'll go with Warwick Nunn.
Is that a deep sleeper? Or?
Folks, Warwick Dunn, Tony DeRo. Fellman, we're going to move to the wideouts now. 2 or 3 wideouts.
Brandon Marshall has been lacked a little bit, but he's coming back. Any Cardinals wide receiver against St. Louis. Breeston Fitzgerald, Bolden. And my sleeper, Bernard Behren against Houston and Nate Washington this week. Both going off.
Tony, wideout.
Let's go with Deshaun Jackson. I think he'll hold on to the football once he gets past the end zone.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. 6 points for Deshaun Jackson. We're not going to cover the tight ends because, frankly,
they suck.
Who gives a shit? We're going to move to our sit-ems real fast here. Each guy is just going to give 2 sit-ems at each position. Josh, quarterback, who are your top 2 sit-ems this week?
Matt Ryan against Oakland, top-tier secondary. Aaron Rodgers against Tennessee, another top-tier secondary.
Great picks. Tony, any quarterbacks to sit?
I think any of my team, actually. I'd sit my team if you had them.
Tony is just feeding the insight. Running back, Josh, any 2 to sit?
I'm going to go with Barber against the New York Giants. I think they're just too tough. And Jamal Lewis against Baltimore.
Very good picks. Tony, running backs.
Slayton. Let's go with Steve Slayton against Minnesota.
Great pick. Fellman, wideouts, sit 'em.
Roddy White's been solid, but he's matched up against Ashman Gushka. Not sure how to say that, but
however you pronounce it.
Who cares?
And Greg Jennings against just Tennessee because they're just too damn good.
Tennessee is stacked. Tony, any wideouts to add here for the sit 'em subject?
I think Terrell Owens will be pretty good, so I don't think you should sit him.
I think you should sit him.
I don't.
Josh and I both think Terrell Owens is a sit against the Giants secondary.
Although I do think you should start Roy E. Williams.
I think you should sit him too.
All right, there it is, folks. So we will take one more break. We'll be back with our closeout. Well, here we are at our final piece. Final segment of the show. We're just going to give our closing remarks here. Josh, you're the resident movie critic. Friday coming up now. Today is Friday. Any movies coming out this weekend that are worth us checking out?
Everyone needs to go see Zach and Miri make a porno. Seth Rogen, hilarious, super bad genre. Go see it.
I love him. I agree completely. I'm personally going to plug Tony's costume party. Tomorrow is Halloween. All you ghouls and gals have a great time at Halloween. If you got nothing going on, come on out to Tony's. Be in a costume though. You're not getting in the door, and we don't care who the fuck you are. Even if you're Joel, motherfucking Sundin, gotta be in a costume if you get in the door. Tony, anything?
I just want to say I'm plugging my poll I'm going to put on the boards that says whether our show is better without the fast-talking Josh Fellman or not.
Of course everyone's going to say it's better, because that's what everybody does.